It's the last night I can hunt here. Tomorrow, Katie and I are going to Rochester to celebrate Thanksgiving with her family. And I haven't seen any deer for 2 days. I thought for how cold it's been, they would be in the food plot like crazy. And I have nothing on my trail cameras. And I have not seen any deer. Par is the course for late November in Wisconsin. And we're 6 days into gun season, and the deer just do not show up. They hold tight until dark. So I'll be surprised if I see any deer. There's the half rack, not interested in him. But the doe. I'm pretty sure that front one was a button buck. I didn't want to shoot him because I don't want to shoot a button buck. But there's another one right now in plain sight that's on the edge of the field at like 420 yards. Now I can see the buck. I think it's a half rack. It is a half rack. They're just chilling right now on the edge of the field. You know, in the part of the movie of Dumb and Dumber, when Harry and Lloyd get into that fight, when they're at the park, when they made it to Colorado, and Harry starts choking Lloyd, and Lloyd goes, "Harry, your hands are freezing." Oh, that's me right now. The doe is at 406 yards right now. I was just checking to see if I'm not missing some other ones behind them a ways. They were just looking back in the field up behind them where they came from. So I was making sure there wasn't more. And now I'm warming my hands because I don't think they've ever been colder. I have some electric hand warmers in my pockets. They work really well. So, pro tip. If you have a bino harness and you're going to take a long shot on an animal and you have a good front support for your rifle like I do right now, if you unhook it, you can use this as a rear support. And when you can use a front and rear support on a long shot, that's the way to go. That's how I shot my elk last year at 330 yards, was front support. And then I used a bino harness as a rear support, and I nailed them right, like exactly where I was aiming. So if you can get 2 supports on your rifle for a long shot, take it. What happened was those deer came out of the woods probably like 500 yards away, and then they made their way along the edge, getting closer to me. The closest the one got was like 300 yards. That was a button buck. I didn't want to shoot it. I could tell it was a button buck because his throat was bigger than the doe, and he didn't have any antlers, and he looked like a doe, but his neck was big. And then the half rack was out there. He was the last one to go in, and I didn't want to shoot him. I passed up like 3 half racks during bow season. I think my plan for tonight is come back here with my Nikon and my big lens and a tripod and set up here and see if anything comes out at last light. This is the second time I've seen for sure the same buck, that half rack, in this part of this field. I saw him and a bigger group of deer out here like on Monday night, and that was right at last light. And at that point, I wasn't really looking to shoot a doe. At this point, I would like to get a second deer this year.
Yeah, buddy. Yes.
So I think that might be my plan tonight, barring I don't shoot one between now and then. Well, that was completely unexpected. They came out over there. I wonder what spooked them. It's just 4 does. The joys of self-filming. There's the half rack from earlier. I don't know what spooked him. Rather confused. That's now the 5th spooked deer I've seen come out of the woods over here. There's no one hunting this property other than my dad and I, and he's not over here. Just me. I'm wondering if there's not a coyote or a pair of coyotes that are hunting this woods right now and spooked all these deer out. That's not real reassuring. As I'm sitting here hoping the deer come out nice and calmly in front of me. Pink sky at night, sailor's delight. I have about 20 minutes left of gun season. It doesn't look like I'm going to be shooting anything, and you know what? This happens quite often for me during firearm season here in Wisconsin, and that's okay. I enjoy my time out hunting, even if my hands get cold, my feet get cold, and I don't see anything. That's okay. It makes me appreciate the times that I am successful even more, when I get to endure the suck, as I call it. Still better than going to work. What's that? Got him. Oh my God. Oh. He went straight down. He's 404 yards. .404 yards. My dad just texted me, "Did you just shoot?"
Hello?
I just got one.
What did you shoot?
A buck. There's another buck there too.
Where they at?
Straight across from me in the woods. He was at 404 yards and I nailed him. But there's another buck that just stood up. Now I'm looking at him through my camera. Thank you, Mr. Buck.
Tailgate up.
Thank you, buddy. You were a good deer while you lasted.
He'll
Thank
taste
you, Aiden,
yummy.
for your help.
He'll taste yummy.
Ever since I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis in August of 2022, I've grown to appreciate just how delicate life can be. I will be the first one to admit, I took a lot of things for granted, including my own health. Reflecting on 2024, I couldn't help but think this was my most blessed year I'd ever had. I had one more year of clean MRIs. I had one more year of no flare-ups. And I had one more year of being able to do my most favorite thing in the world. I got to see the people that I forged lifetime friendships with at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I got to meet people in the outdoor industry that have inspired me for many years and that I've looked up to in countless ways. In many ways, I have turned my curses into blessings, and for that, I'm forever grateful.